Edmonton Oilers are back in action this evening. Back. Game 6 of 8 on their current homestand, taking on the San Jose Sharks for the first time all season long. We first got our first look at the Anaheim Ducks earlier this week, and now we get a look at the San Jose Sharks. MACKLIN Celebrini coming to town to take on Connor McDavid. You got Leon versus Will Smith. Askarov versus Connor Ingram. Doesn't deliver the same, but the point is still there. Should be a good one this evening as we get set for Oilers Sharks down at Rogers Place. But hello, what up, and welcome to Pre-Gaming with Bordzy, brought to you by Bet365. 19 plus. Please play responsibly because, say it with me, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Joined this evening once again, Michael Menzies, contributor here at Oilers Nation. We already got in our pregame of Jeopardy. We squeezed in a quick game of Family Feud as well. Yep. It's safe to say the boys be buzzing. Menzies, give me a vibe check.
Yeah, well, we got to put our thinking caps on. It's the Tournament of Champions, so it's good. We've been extra put to the test here as the Oilers will be put to the test after back-to-back victories in their last 2 games.
So there is a storyline that has eluded the Edmonton Oilers all season long, and Menzies and I did a very good job of avoiding it on Monday's Oilers Nation After Dark, because if you're scared of something, don't go around it. Let it know you are afraid. Completely avoid it. And let's try that as a strategy. So there is obviously the Oilers winners of 2 games in a row.
Yeah, we'll just let you take a peek.
I'll let you infer the rest of this because, damn it, we've tried this illustrious thing. Possibly not once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times. And Menzies, the 10th time is where I draw the line in the sand, and I need to try something different myself. So I don't know what all the people be talking about tonight, and they're not going to hear a peep out of us about any type of streaking.
Well, we said in the Devils After Dark that we weren't going to mention. And so we're not going to mention. We're just going to look at the Sharks team square in their cold, dead fish eyes.
Earlier today, we had this discussion around the office of what sound does a shark make, to which I said, dun dun. Sharks don't make sounds, right? Like, I thought it was a ridiculous question to be asked.
I think it's the sound of your femur being snapped in half.
It smells like fear. Bite. I'll tell you that. Yes. It smells like fear. It's pungent. But yeah, Liam was giving us his impression of a shark sound.
Do aquamarine animals have
marine biologists? We need any marine George Costanza.
Do they make noises?
I actually don't know.
Only there was a
Somebody
Canadian,
in the chat, let me know.
If only there was a Canadian theme park where we could get an answer for this.
If only it had a catchy jingle as well. If only. First things first, though, let's get caught up into the chat, see what's going on in here. It's our king. It's Austin. He says, Bordzy, fire up this fucking bed, baby. Let's get fired up, my ON fam. Chill your bevies. Check your pulse. Ingram's on like Donkey Kong. It's a cup year.
Cup year.
Reese, I want to hear you yell it. He did yell it for those of you. He's right over there grinding away, working hard. Yeah, because hope will never fucking die. And then we got Dre in, and he says, let's fucking go, boys. Cup year.
Cup year.
Oilers and Blues said, LFG, guys. Can't wait to see these kids skate tonight. There's one thing. I'm very excited to get a look at the San Jose Sharks. It's funny because the last several seasons have not been must-watch TV, if you want to put it that way. But MACKLIN Celebrini almost single-handedly has brought this team back from the depths of the NHL standings. And coming into tonight in the last wild card spot in the Western Conference, it's a wild turnaround, Menzies. Not even you, with your tinfoil hat and your crystal ball, could have seen this good of a turnaround happening this quick.
No, I didn't think so. Not to start the year. I thought they could be a bit better because they acquired the likes of Dmitry Orlov.
You can't get worse, really, as well.
Yeah, they were 32nd. They were last by 8 points. I think Chicago had them cleared by. So, yeah, they were in the doldrums. They've already surpassed last year's point total already. So it goes to show you how much work they've done. This is one of the better season starts they've had since the late 2010s. What an odd phrase, the late 2010s. So no, they've been really exciting, and Celebrini, he's got more than twice as many points as Will Smith.
It's insane.
But Will Smith does have an Oscar. So, there's that balances it out.
What do the five fingers say to the face?
We're going to keep Will Smith's names, his family members' names out of our mouths tonight. So we're not going to walk down those roads.
I was thinking of bringing in a clip of just the part of Wild Wild West, his song, just for Wild Wild West. So for every single time Will Smith is mentioned on the show, that I'd play that.
What was it?
I don't hate that.
I know.
What was the joke? It was G.I. Jane. Can't wait to see it.
Let's just sing the Fresh Prince song right now. Also, if we see Will Smith get lit up at any point out there on the ice tonight, that's just like auto meme. Put Will Smith head, and then whoever does it on top of Chris Rock. I'm sure the Oilers Nation social team's got that covered. Black Pearl Garage said Ingram above 900 save again. I'm very confident. I think that save percentage in there.
Sounds like a Seattle band. Black Pearl Garage.
That's not bad. That's grungy. That's grungy for sure. Andrew's in, and he said, let's go Menzies. Let's go Bordzy. Then Mr. Burns said, what about Brett? Let's go Brett. And then Andrew came in swinging, Bert. I'm curious what you have to say to this. Brett can sit in the corner, in the chair, if you will, and get moldy for all I care.
Whoa. He
made an enemy for life when he was celebrating the Dodgers win with a smiley face. Brett, your response.
Andrew, first thing, I am currently sitting in the corner. Second of all,
correct, you are.
He's always sitting in the corner.
You are correct, sir.
But second of all, the last thing that you say in that message is celebrating the Dodgers win. Now I know.
All right, cut his mic. Cut your own mic. I get why Andrew doesn't fucking like you.
Fighting over plurals here.
Then Lance comes in with a simple "Let's go, Lance." Clap it up for Lance, everybody. Clap it up for Lance.
Well done.
Come on, now he needs it. Then
thanks for existing.
Dr. Battle's in. He says, "Let's go, intern Tristan." Who said that? And then Cheeks Clap, Battle of the Generational Goats. All in on San Jose Sharks money line this evening. That's called an emotional hedge. There,
it
Michael
sure
Menzies.
is. You don't need to tell me. I've been a long time practitioner of the emotional hedge for moments.
You're a lot less pessimistic than what was sold to me by Tyler and Liam. I do want to say that. They sold me on that Menzies might get a little up, might get a little down, get a little.
Well, we haven't had a loss that requires me to really.
Here's to hoping tonight.
Yeah, I don't really.
No,
want
I don't
to.
mean that. I
don't really want to, but look, I have my long-term thoughts. I'm not the most optimistic about their overall chances this year. However, we're looking at this game by game, and there's going to be ups and downs. So even with that said, I do feel a lot of people are way more negative than I am. I'm not the most positive necessarily all the time. That's my mom texting me back. Yeah. She says, have a good show, boys.
She says, what up, Brett?
She already has my number.
She wants to know what time we're going to be home.
She wants to know if she can put on the stove.
Well, she heard about your electrical problems at your place.
Yeah, thank God.
Did you get that solved yet, by the way?
Fuck no.
Man, feel bad for Brett. But also, we can't totally feel bad for Brett. We've covered the Dodgers. Now, before we get started, I have something special prepared for my co-host this evening, one Michael Menzies. So as you can tell, game shows is a hot topic here at Oilers Nation. Really just between me, Brett, and Menzies. Yeah. We're very committed to Jeopardy, Family Feud, obviously. And Menzies recently turned me on to an old game called Tenable.
Wow, it's a British game show, and I think they're still doing episodes.
So explain the premise to the folks at home.
So Tenable is a show. There's a list of 10 and contestants. They're made up of one team. They're trying to get 5 out of 10 in order to advance and win £1,000. If they don't get 5 correct, they're eliminated. You get 1 life. And then at the end, in order to win the pot of money, your team has to get all 10 of 10. And so it's very difficult. I've only seen, we watched one yesterday. So I've only seen 2 teams win out of 17 episodes or something like that. So it's
Nice.
a tricky British game shows. Just winning the game itself is the prize. So
It was funny.
Tenable.
I'd never heard of it. Mentioned it to Liam, and his reaction was like, "Oh yeah, Tenable. Oh yeah,
Tenable,
like
of
great,
course.
fantastic game." So Michael, we're
Okay.
going to pretend as if you are one team by yourself.
Okay.
We're going to say this is the final round. Pride is on the line. You're not going to
Yeah.
get thousands of dollars here, but I'll give you one error slot. I'll give you one.
Okay.
We want you to get the 10 answers to this question. Now, if you get all 10, I want to see how far you can go because he's an Edmonton Oilers hockey encyclopedia that walks
The
around.
more you build
these
this up, the
No.
more pressure.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me get into it. Let me get into it.
Feel.
My question to you, and we can walk this
Okay.
out. We do have the graphic with all 10, but I want to see if you can get them first.
Okay.
Can you name me the last 10 consecutive Edmonton Oilers first round draft picks?
Ooh. The
Mhm.
last 10 first round draft picks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll give you I'll start you off year 2024.
Sam O'Reilly.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all recent stuff that I probably will struggle the most with.
Want to give him
Okay.
want to trip him up a little bit here.
So 24 is Riley. So it doesn't count. Hard doesn't
I'm
count.
willing for content purposes if you need it to give you the year.
Okay.
2022.
Yeah, 2022. Well,
He's no longer with the squad.
Let's just
He's no longer with the squad.
let's take Broberg
Okay.
because he's
Yeah.
gonna be in
Yep.
there.
He's in there. He's in number 5. Yep.
Yeah, so he's 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Then-
You just go speed round if you want.
yeah. If he's at 5, then I want to see how far this goes. Is Puljujärvi on the list? Where is he?
8.
Okay, so it goes even deeper than that. Okay.
The final 2 are really good at hockey. I'll say that.
Yeah. So
Like,
that
really,
would,
really
so
good.
that would mean McDavid.
That's 10. So Dry's the furthest this goes.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have O'Reilly, Broberg, Puljujärvi, McDavid, Draisaitl at 8, 9, 10. You have 1 and 5.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't know why I'm blanking so much, but
It happens.
so after Puljujärvi,
Performance anxieties happens to me all the time.
after-
Right,
All
fellas?
the
Right, fellas?
Watch out.
It's
Watch
actually
out.
not that uncommon.
Perfectly average.
Very healthy people do it.
Holloway was a first,
Correct.
and he
He would have been 4.
yeah, so 20.
He was 2020.
2020. Okay.
There's 2 between Holloway and Sam O'Reilly.
Yeah, and then 2 between them. So
This is good.
Bouchard.
Yep.
He's number 6 after Broberg. So there's 1 after Bouchard, and then just the 2 after Sam O'Reilly.
Right. And that was 22.
The one you are looking for now behind Bouchard is 2017.
Yeah.
I have recently been bringing this player up a lot while we are sitting around watching pre and post games.
Yeah. This is Yamamoto.
Bam.
So now we're looking between
2 more.
Holloway 2020 and O'Reilly 2024.
Yeah.
These are some interesting names too.
Yep. Yeah, there's a reason you don't remember. You're not pulling them right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Another hint.
I feel I should be able to get them, but okay, if it's not him, and then
Both were dealt away in
Yeah.
trades.
oh Borgo,
Bang.
and then
One more remains.
Yeah, that was the 21 draft.
For anyone joining late, I'm getting Menzies to name the last 10 first round picks for the Edmonton Oilers.
Right. So we're just missing 2022,
We're missing 2022.
and
No longer on the squad.
right, and
Played NHL games this season.
yeah. Oh, who was Lavoie was a second round pick.
Correct.
Well, was a second round pick. This is interesting.
He had a nickname around these parts at Oilers Nation HQ, named after a menu item that Oodle Noodle sells.
Oh, wow! I'm surprised that still hasn't gotten it.
He doesn't know Oodle Noodle that well yet. That's why. That's why he hasn't perused the menu as much as I have.
Yeah.
I have been into the depths of that thing.
It has to be the it's Reed Schaefer.
Bang!
So Drysdale was 14.
Brett, throw it up now.
Yeah. Okay. So I got it. Oof. It
There you go.
Should have been quick.
Sam O'Reilly, Reed Schaefer, Xavier Bourgault, Dylan Holloway, Philip Broberg, Evan Bouchard, Kyler Yamamoto, Jesse Puljujärvi, Connor McDavid, and Leon Draisaitl.
So Nurse was 13.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
Then Yakupov was 12.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And then Nuge was first, and
Yeah.
Clefbaum was 19th overall.
Bang,
Yeah.
bang,
And then we have Taylor Hall.
bang.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think we had a second first-round pick
In
Good on
2010.
2010. You're good on
in
2010.
2010.
Part of Hope, the next guy.
Magnus
both.
PRV.
Yeah.
And then we go to the 08 draft.
Also a part of Hope.
Well, Eberle.
Mm-hmm.
But was there multiple that year?
Nope.
Nope.
It's the
but
next.
there's
The-
three
the
in
next year.
07.
The next
Alex
year.
Plant is one of them.
Correct.
Who were the
I
others?
knew we could get him to
Yeah,
this point.
this is the one.
I knew he would deliver, Chad. I knew he would.
05 is no, let's not go too crazy because the name I was going to say was actually 03.
So you're on 07 with Alex
was
Blunt.
Mark
You got that.
Pouliot was
That
03.
is 03.
Yeah, who were the other two?
In 07?
In 07. Plant was one. There was Nash.
Oh!
Correct.
Yeah, Nash.
Correct. That's the one
Yeah,
I said to
Riley
Brett.
Nash.
I wouldn't get that one.
Riley Nash, Plant, and then this
on.
player played the most
Come on.
games. He's the best player of the three.
Come
He's a
on.
legend.
Come on. 07.
Man.
He's come back to the squad 3 times.
Oh, yeah, the Gagne pick.
Yeah.
The Gagne pick.
Okay.
Okay.
2005, you're in now.
05. Oh, man. Okay.
Think Gagne. Who also do you think with Gagne?
Yeah, this was the Cogliano
Yeah.
pick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
2004, we got 2.
04.
One of them
Was Dubnyk one of them?
I was going to say
Uh-huh.
one of them is our coworker.
Okay, yeah, Dubnyk was one.
The other one actually is also man.
By the way, Kyler Yamamoto scored twice today.
Did he?
Yeah.
Respect.
Is this still interesting to the,
Yeah, I don't
to the
know.
viewers?
I
I
don't
don't know.
I want to know how far you can go.
Who was the other one in 04? Was 03 Marc-Antoine Pouliot?
Yes, it was.
Okay. But who was the other 04 pick? Oh.
This guy got like really well known for one reason, but like that was the only reason why.
We do have to move along.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me stew on that.
Okay, you stew.
And then,
You stew. Everybody clap it up for Menzies because that was
thank you.
nice. So yeah, shout out Tenable. Also, I think we might do. I might be trying to test Menzies' knowledge over the Olympic break with some all kinds of extra content. I will also try and get you people a new game of Family Feud over the break because that one was such a hit. But back to the ice. Also, somebody in the chat, my buddy Colton, and your super chats are in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation, the cause very near, very dear to all of our hearts. Menzies, you want to read this one for me?
Bordzy has a mangina.
It's like, is it separate? Bordzy has a mangina. Bordzy has a mangina. Thank you, Colton. All your money goes directly to the Ben Stelter Foundation. But for the Oilers, yes, they come in on a 2-game win streak. Barn burner of a game Saturday against the Capitals, and then a 7-4 win over the Anaheim Ducks.
Rob
on Monday.
Shrimp.
Yep, that was 2004 with Devin Dubnyk. Anytime you get him, throw him in. Anytime you got him,
Toronto 2.
we will continue to pick this
There's
up.
some real duds
Oh,
down
yeah.
the stretch.
Oh
here.
yeah, down the stretch. There
There's
you
some
go.
real duds.
Over the last 2 games, though, the Oilers, you mull that over.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the chat here
Yeah.
for a moment. Michael Menzies. We did get back-to-back hat tricks from Edmonton Oilers defensemen. Obviously, Evan Bouchard, record-setting performance, Saturday night was 6 points, and then Mattias Ekholm on Monday. But those weren't the only two D-men scoring. It opened the floodgates as there was a 3-minute, 49-second stretch in the second period of Monday's game where that also broke an NHL record. It was the fastest span 4 defensemen have scored goals in an NHL game. That's also an incredibly niche stat. I don't know who's looking that one up, but I digress. We saw Spencer Stastny get on the board for the Oilers. Ekholm, obviously, they're 2 of his 3 in that 4-goal stretch. And then Darnell Nurse even had an absolute snizipe in that hockey game. And it takes Edmonton to 7-4-2 in the month of January. And I've talked about it ad nauseum almost, how the month of January it needed to be go time for the Edmonton Oilers. So many home games, so many winnable matchups, so on and so forth. And you look at the month as a whole, as I said, 7-4-2, but you got 2 big games to close it out here at the end of the month. Obviously, San Jose, Pacific Division rival, first meeting of the season. They're in a playoff spot. And then you got the Minnesota Wild, who have looked hella good this season. And I said it to you before the show, Menzies, that, 9-4-2 looks a hell of a lot better than 7-6-2 on the month as a whole. And I don't want to overreact to a 2-game stretch, but I guess you at least check me. Is it crazy for me to say that maybe not make or break, but these final 2 games have a major influence on how I look at the Oilers month of January?
Well, of course they will, because it's either just, a smidgen above 500 or it's the signs in order to win both those games. Presumably the Oilers are gaining some consistency overall in their game. It's mentioned, if you don't mind actually pulling up that calendar again, they played a run of 12 games in 21 days. They just had their first back-to-back days off in 3 weeks, right? And they're 7-3-2 in that stretch. I'm curious how they look with that additional day off. And obviously Ekholm had his thing, and that kind of came out of the blue. But they got an extra day here. The Sharks didn't play yesterday. They've had a day off since they beat Vancouver. But, you've got 3 games left in this homestand that we've all had circled. The Sharks, Wild, and Leafs. You want to win at least 2 of those 3. And really, until the break with Calgary on deck, 3 of the next 4, I think that looks like a team that is, really finding their footing,
Team that's ready to go. Once again, they only have 4 more games remaining until the Olympic break, where it's kind of a weird discussion where I said, the NHL season is always broken up into segments. We've heard Chris Knobloch say it a lot, where he talks about 8-game segments for the entire season, and there's like 10 8-game segments. As a man who hosts pre and post games, I have had the Olympic break circled on my calendar for the entire season, and I don't even play in these games and exhibit any amount of physical energy. So I'm curious how the Oilers will conduct themselves here down the stretch go until the Olympic break. And Jake Wallman, he caught up with the media earlier on this morning, talking in detail about the benefits of the Olympic break coming up, but still wanting to finish strong. Brett, can we take a listen?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I think there's pros and cons of a break, but we want to go into the break flying and feeling good, getting some rest, and I think it's important. We've had a lot of games in a short amount of time, and same with any team. So trying to refuel for the playoff push here, and then get as many guys as we can back as possible, feeling good.
I guess I bet more personally for you, because you've missed a lot of time right now. You'd mentioned it kind of takes a few games, you start to get back up to speed, and then boom, you go to the beach for a week.
I think everybody loves the beach, but starting to feel good, like you said, and you want to keep that momentum. But we'll do some things on the break that keep the body in shape, and I think rest, even for me personally, it'll be good and for everybody. But like you said, you get some momentum, you want to keep it going. So hopefully I don't lose that over the break.
I say this completely tongue-in-cheek, but Jake Wallman, you've been resting all season long. I don't know if you need more.
It's always tough, the rehab, right? Or in his case, like strange swelling that he has to deal with trying to get back. So Yeah.
Cheeks Clap said, is it because you're tired of us, Bordzy? You need an Olympic break from us? I could never be tired of the chat. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Lance, occasionally, no, I'm kidding.
No, same. Right, Andrew? Kidding.
Anyone can get it. Bo also said, I hope we don't ramp up in these 4 games, then go on break and come back looking like shit after. Well, if I'm confident in one thing, it's that the Oilers will look like a dumpster fire of a team when they return from the Olympic break. But Menzies, the task is now. We got 4 more games remaining on the schedule, and kind of is full on mail it in season a little bit. They are professional athletes. They shouldn't think like that, but will they?
They look like a team at times that's playing up the stretch of games, and I think a good test tonight, why I mentioned the back-to-back without a game, is that the Oilers need to get off to a good start in these games. Even against Anaheim, they take a lazy penalty 3.5 minutes and Ducks score. It's 1-0. They're chasing the game a little bit from that point. Washington was back and forth. They had a good start, but they couldn't really capitalize upon it. Playing with the lead, that's going to be something that you want to see the Oilers do more of here instead of being in these wild back and forth hockey games. So I think that's achievable. They've had a couple days of rest here and an opportunity to regroup against the Pacific Division team that has the same number of wins that they do on the year. And obviously it has a vibe about them. The Sharks have a vibe going, and the Oilers have been good at home against their divisional opponents. 4-0-2 at home against the Pacific. They've been coming out with points in these games, but I'd like to see them get off to a good start. That would be, keys to the game. As someone who has created a few hundred keys to the game before for broadcast, that really can be the same thing.
Hey, give me your 3 tonight.
You got to get off to a good start tonight, Jack. The Sharks, they can score in bunches. So getting off to a good start. Specialty teams, PK's got to be better. They only killed 1 of 4 against the Ducks. They've been rising high before that. They got to be good on and a shot mentality. How do you get off to a good start? You're funneling pucks toward the net. You make it hard. These can be keys, cut and paste keys.
I would have went with puck management or defending the blue paint in front of your own crease, but they are cliches.
There's probably Celebrini is going to be one of the keys and defending him because he's 4th in the league in points, man. He's got 78 points this year.
Let's just put special teams battle in all capitals. Absolutely.
Yeah. I didn't like just a word on the PK. Janmark was on the ice for 2 of the goals against. Nurse was on the ice for 2 of the goals against. And Colson in just a minute 18 was on the ice for 2 goals against. There were only 4 Oiler penalty killers that were on for no goals against. McDavid, Nuge, Lazar, and Emberson. And 6 players were out for 1 of the 3 against. Overall, as a group, they didn't have a great night killing penalties on Monday.
Yeah, I agree. And then we saw in the Capitals game as well, I believe they went 4 for 5 with the penalty kill. And so I understand the last 2 games, and it's something you need to focus on. I do, and I mentioned this on ONE earlier today, but I did say go into that Capitals game from December 23rd on until that stretch. The Oilers were the number 1 penalty kill team in the entire NHL. Yeah. And we had the discussion about, it's that always you need other. So Derek Ryan came out recently and he made some comment about guys lower in the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers need more ownership of a role and that type of thing. We've discussed, does Trent Frederick need to get a piece of the penalty kill here and there? Because, that's where those guys can get ice time, build confidence, get puck touches and whatnot. But currently you see, your Nuges, your Connor McDavid, occasionally Leon out there and whatnot. I come out at the end of the argument that, hey, man, your best players are your best players for a reason, and that I want to put my best foot forward. If that involves McDavid on the PK, if that involves Nuge there, all these things, I'm going to keep rolling with it, and I don't need to. Trent Frederick can find other ways to maybe get involved in the game, but that's a whole different discussion. Oilers PK looking for better tonight.
If he doesn't score tonight, it'll be 30 in a row.
That's wild to say for one Trent Frederick.
Which is his 3rd longest goal-scoring drought of his career. And you're saying to yourself, wait, you said 2 longer? Yeah, yes. It's just a matter of, on the McDavid point, we know he'll be good there. And we know he can be good there in the postseason. I think there's a time and a place. McDavid, for example, on Monday killed for 228. Janmark had more. That was 28 more seconds than Nuge, more than Lazar. So, he was one of the lead penalty killers in that game. I just don't think he needs to be. I don't think he needs to be leading the charge.
I don't think
Savoy is the number one penalty killing forward on the team. Henrique, I think, would still be number 2. There are other guys that are finding roles there, particularly Savoy. But they play a lot of players on the penalty kill. I just think.
Oh yeah, I can agree that McDavid do not need to be leading the team in PK minutes, but if he wants to be out there, Nobby wants him out there. Who am I to tell prime of his career Connor McDavid that, hey man, you should be out there if you feel necessary to be out there. You talk about needing roles and new roles for guys on the team. Connor Ingram will get the start this evening for the Edmonton Oilers in goal, and it feels like right now his role is 1B on this team. Obviously, we've seen Chris Knobloch's affection for one Tristan Jarry and the fact he kept him in that Penguins game, but he didn't start very well. Ingram got yanked in his last appearance against the Capitals after allowing 3 on 12 shots. You can debate it all you want. Was it justified? Was it not? It's not up for me to make that decision. And at the end of the day, it did work. Tristan Jarry came in relief and did get the Oilers the W. But Connor Ingram, for me, yes, he wasn't lights out in that Capitals game. I also don't think he was unplayable, terrible, and worthy of being yanked. But overall, we are now 10 games in to the Connor Ingram era here in an Edmonton Oilers jersey. And Menzies, he's up to a .909 save percentage. And of the 10 games he's played in this season, 8 of them he has finished with above a .900 save percentage. And I've been consistent in it. Once again, it's still very early in this new era of Oilers goaltending, you could say, of Ingram and Jarry. I've been consistent in it. I really like Connor Ingram, and you don't need to make the decision right now. It doesn't matter. But I do think he deserves maybe a little bit more of a 50-50 treatment than what we've seen from Chris Knobloch thus far. And maybe it's just weird because Nobby's been saying one thing about working Tristan Jarry along slowly and then playing him in back-to-back games, not yanking him, bringing him in relief and all those things. At the end of the day, it is what it is. In Nobby, we trust. But Connor Ingram, he will get the start this evening. That's stat. 8 out of 10 games above a .900. We are not a save percentage podcast anymore. We're a thumbs up, thumbs sideways, or thumbs down. But 8 out of 10 have been thumbs up thoroughly.
That's 80%. You would have got the Rutherford Scholarship if you kept that up.
I was a merit guy and got the shittier version of the Rutherford Scholarship.
You would have been rolling in the tuition dough with that. But let's see, Ingram. He was just okay. Yeah. He was just okay against the Caps. I think we've all been impressed. I think we've all mostly enjoyed what Ingram has done. Jarry's played now 3 games in a row. It's back to Ingram. Let's see Ingram play well. Got a few confident saves early and be the backbone here of this Oilers group because I think he can. And if he does that, here we go. We want 2 good options, right? Like we were talking about a week and a half. 2 weeks ago.
Feels so long ago.
Well, the greatest Oiler goaltending of all time.
Do you think we may have overreacted and jumped the gun to the greatest goaltending duo we've had in years?
Yeah.
Us?
Yeah.
Oilers fans?
Who
Oilers
knows?
Nation?
We were excited.
No fucking way.
We were excited.
That would be somebody else. All right, let's go now. Need to know info brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky because only the finest tasting meat products earn the Wilhauk name, made from 100% Alberta beef. Their jerky is aged, seasoned, smoked, and marinated to savory perfection. They gladly fill orders of any size, and you can find out more at willhawkbeefjerky.com. I like Jeremy said, Ingram is my safe space.
Yeah, there you go.
He makes me feel things that I haven't felt in a minute, and I'm pretty sure they call that confidence, calmness. It's been a minute, Menzies. It feels weird as an Oilers fan, but between the Oilers and Sharks, first matchup between the two all season long. Edmonton went 4-0 against the Sharks last year. 3 of those games were in the final 2 weeks of the regular season. McDavid didn't play in one of them. But look at that as well on your screen, the head-to-head team comparison between these two squads. The Oilers leading in all 4 major categories. Trap game. Edmonton has also won 6 straight against the San Jose Sharks. And get this, 14 of their last 15 games against these Sharks. Trap game.
Well, the one loss, as we were talking about, was Jay Woodcroft and Dave Manson sadly walking across the ice at the Shark
Don't
tank.
worry, they got the win the night afterwards against the Seattle Kraken. They must still have jobs.
As Holland texted McDavid and Draisaitl and said, we're making a change. I've heard this as a from a source that this is true.
They got the news broken through text.
Well, there was a group chat text from Holland to McDavid and Draisaitl. Hey, Jay's getting it fired, and Draisaitl's response was just thumbs down.
Like, actually,
yes,
no way. What a world we live in when you're reacting.
Like
to
he wasn't
major-
happy he was getting fired.
Like he actually
That's all he
disliked the
did.
message.
He just thumbs down.
Leon's an iPhone guy, surely.
Yeah.
thumbs
Come on,
down.
Menzies, I hate to tell you people.
Not an iPhone.
No, he's got green bubbles over here. I was
No.
going to add him into the Oilers
not a
Nation
Steve Jobs guy.
chat. Menzies, Thank you, Brett. Everybody, boo, hiss. The Sharks, they are fourth in the Pacific. They currently own the last wild card spot. They are 7-3-0 in their last 10 and actually come into tonight with a 2-game win streak of their own. They beat the Rangers 3-1 on Friday, and they beat the Vancouver Canucks 5-2 on Tuesday. Injury-wise, Kiefer Sherwood is on the San Jose Sharks as they acquired him a couple weeks ago, but he's still banged up, has yet to play a game for them. Philip Kurashev has been out since December 13th. Ty Dellandrea since January 6th. Where was he on that date? And then Shakir Mukhamadullin, I believe, Brett, I nailed that since January. You like that January 6th joke? Celebrini leads the team in points. He's got 27
5
goals,
years ago.
51 assists. Yeah, and they all go for a reunion.
Yeah.
Come on now, you don't know they don't do that. Either way,
Unless
he had, stop talking, 63 points in 70 games all of last season, and he's already at 78 right now. Brett, can you pull up the Jason Gregor tweet? Because I think this is just an unbelievable description of this player. How important is MACKLIN Celebrini to the Sharks? So at 5v5, when he's on the ice, they outscore the opposition by 14. Without him on the ice, the Sharks get outscored by 31. Little quick math there. I believe that is 45, 46.
Stop it.
Difference there. And then you see it. 22 multi-point games. Sharks are 19-2-1 when he does that. They are 7-19-2 when he scores 1 point or less. He is only 19 years old, Menzies. That's insane stuff for a guy. Now
He's doing a Michael. She was only 17 years old. Blow the bloody dose off. We were doing an Austin Powers.
There's only two things
thing.
that I can't stand.
It's
people who
I
are
hate
intolerant of other people and the Dutch.
and you don't even have a bloody dime tech. So put your gun down.
Put your gun down. Yaroslav Askarov, there you see Celebrini's numbers. Those are just unbelievable. Plus 14 on the season. For starting goaltender, Yaroslav Askarov starts for the San Jose Sharks. Askarov. Will you guys get off my ass right now? Why don't you back up? I agree with Andrew.
Holy.
17-13-1 record, 346 goals against with an 891 save percentage.
you got breaking news.
What do you got for me?
It looks like we have a certain somebody on the ice taking line rushes on his top pairing. Mattias Ekholm.
Mattias Ekholm, not an Olympian.
Not an Olympian. I also, I don't know. It is what it is. I laughed so hard yesterday because Mattias Ekholm scores a hattie. He is of the older gentleman. He has earned a day off or two when he's banged up.
Yeah.
And it felt like Nobby was, didn't say a whole heck of a lot, colored me shocked. And it was like, okay, Mattias Ekholm, I bet he's going to be in the next game. I wasn't ever concerned about it at all. And I laughed because our own Matthew Wozniak creates a whole skit video dressing up like Chris Knobloch and the media to make a whole about Ekholm and him not telling, when did he get hurt? How did it happen? And then he just back in the lineup again today. Was that optional skate?
Yeah.
Once again, us as Oilers fans overreacting, making stories out of nothing. Couldn't be us, Michael.
He was probably hung over because he just got tanked after he scored his first career hat trick. Give the man a day off. It was 2 days.
If there's ever a time a guy has earned a day off, it's at that age. He's been playing very well, and he scored 3 goals, man. Give the man a break.
How is Hampus Lindholm better than Mattias Ekholm?
I don't watch enough Hampus Lindholm. I understand Ekholm earlier this season definitely had some struggles, and I was a little bit worried about the contract, the extension that they gave him. And then, no, he's the big old Viking daddy, as we've nicknamed him here at Oilers Nation. So, Sweden, tough call there. Quickly, Oodle Noodle home team lineup brought to you by Oods of Nudes. Send nudes to your loved ones. Send gift cards from Oodle Noodle to your. Should have seen Brett's face right there. Freeze up. Download the app today. Earn loyalty points when you do that, when you create an account, and take advantage of their many, many deals I recently got what's so funny back there?
I mean, I'm adopted, so none of them are blood.
All right.
Talking about nudes. We're talking about nudes.
back to Oodle for that one. They're fantastic. Brett, throw up the lineup, and
we're getting stuck.
We're just gonna power through that one. Chat and you learn more about us. Top line: Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid, and Zach Hyman. Second line: Vasily Podkolzin, Bordzy with Leon Draisaitl and Kasperi Kapanen. Third line: Matt Savoy with Josh Szymanski and Jack Roslovic. Daddy wasn't there. Oh
I can't.
Take me to the fair. Mattias Janmark with Curtis freaking laser beams on their freaking heads. Lazar and one Trent Frederick. D pairings. Ekholm is in with Bouchard, and it's Darnell Nurse with Jake Wallman. So I think we're maybe who knows? There's a line blender, but we're done with the at least starting games with Ty Emerson and one Darnell Nurse, and then Spencer Stastny will play with Ty Emerson. Something funny back there again, Brett? Something funny?
I'm just doing my work back here. Leave me alone. Fuck.
Whoa, we can't question you, but you're going to ride Holden right to
I slightly stumbled on the name, and he gives me either way. Either way.
There's a good point being made in the
thoughts
chat.
on Josh Szymanski. That's what I want to ask you.
Well, the thoughts are why his jersey's out of place.
Daily Face-Off, that is our company, so I don't entirely know. I believe Eli used to do the jerseys. He used to make these on Photoshop. He doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So he's passed it down to somebody else.
Which is curious because it stands out.
It does. So what do you think of Josh Szymanski? 7 minutes and 23 seconds on Monday.
Well, I thought it was pretty good 7 minutes. Those extra
More
seconds.
than I could go.
No, but it was good. It was good. Obviously some shelter time. He nearly scored. Let's see if he ticks up from that number. What do you think? Do you think he plays more than that or less than that tonight?
I think he will play more because in my hope that the Edmonton Oilers will take less penalties in this hockey game, and that should create maybe a couple more 5-on-5 shifts. But we saw Nobby work him in with Leon Draisaitl at a point and throughout things. And I just thought Szymanski was, once again, 7 minutes and 23 seconds of action. So let's maybe not overreact on this one. We can do everything else. But I don't know. He had good positioning, I felt like. He was always in a good spot, a stick length away, one stride away from making a play, and then he had a wide open net to put that puck in, and Jackson Lacombe was able to corral that one on the goal line. That sucked.
But that's going to be around the time that he plays. It'd be interesting if he plays a little more, a little less. He's not going to play.
Tyler Mulick said 7 minutes is a lot. Like, that is a really good amount of time.
Oh.
If you think you need longer than that, you are being unrealistic.
You don't need any more.
You get a lot accomplished in that.
7 minutes is actually pretty impressive.
That's above average as far as I'm concerned. But Szymanski, he's been very, very good. And then Zach Hyman, once again, you talk about Olympic snubs, 19 goals since December 11th. He leads the NHL. That's 19 goals in 24 games.
Szymanski doesn't have that problem. He's going.
It's true. I also feel like this. I said it earlier today to Brett. When Team Germany in the Olympics and Leon Szymanski, I feel like I'm cheering for two teams in the Olympics.
Sure.
Pause on all the jokes about cheering for Germany or anything we want to do there, but go Szymanski, go Leon Draisaitl. And I got to think that Leon might have had something to say in the call-up of Szymanski to the NHL team, as you would think those two were close. But Zach Hyman, he's up to 21 goals now on the season. Bet365 bettors, Hyman has hit 3+ shots in 10 straight hockey games. The line actually went down to -190. It was -200 on Monday's game. So if Bet365,
what do they know?
Trap game.
What are they saying? What are they telling us?
I'm still rolling with it, and you'll see it in Bordzy's bankroll in a minute. I also saw Colton Hihorak, the one said I had a mangina. He threw in his Coltsy's bankroll, I guess is what you'd call that. Either way, we'll get there in a minute. Starting goaltenders brought to you by Dog Patch. Come hang out throughout the season. Any weekday, weekend, they always got the restaurant open. They got a beautiful brunch menu available on the weekend. Yeah, I guess on Mondays when our idiot Peyton decides to go out a locked door. I'm sure you guys all saw it on socials, but
Pat on, big night for him. His boy, John Klingberg, makes his triumphant return to the City of Champions. Big returning night. Vinny Desharnais.
Yeah! Mike Greer.
Is he in the house? Is Greer in the house? And Jeff Skinner hasn't played.
Yeah, I was going to say
weeks.
he's not actually playing. So,
Jeff Skinner reunion? Question mark?
I think Nobby would be pissed if Stan Bowman pulled that trigger. But Brett, throw up the tail of the tape between the two goaltenders. One, Connor Ingram, taking on Yaroslav Askarov. Is that okay? Thank you.
Askarov.
909 for Connor Ingram, while 891 for our pal, or our enemy, Yaroslav, I should say. For him, so he was acquired in August of 2024 from the Nashville Predators. There was obviously a first-round pick that was dealt back going the other way. He is still only 23 years old, but is dubbed the goaltender of the future here for the San Jose Sharks, which personally I do think is a little bit premature. He's only played 48 games in the NHL. Once
that's
again,
why it's the future.
only 23 years old, but I feel like there's a lot of discussion about that. You know, you see your Spencer Knights taking the net and going along and running with it. He has great numbers. This man, maybe not the same. And maybe I'm just a hater because this was a name that was always linked to the Edmonton Oilers for possible maybe Skinner, Askarov kind of duo there. But he's only at an 891, and in one of his last 6 games, he has reached above a 900 save percentage. Let's go, Connor. Let's go, Leon.
Askarov, I remember watching the 2018 World Junior Challenge, and he was so good for Team Russia. That team was led by Podkolzin, hell of a group that they had at that tournament. And, Askarov, look, I thought they got pretty good value in the trade for Askarov. His time isn't right now. He's up and down. Ned is there to eat Bobrovsky fists, but also soak pucks. And he's been up and down. So they've kind of gone as their goaltending's gone this year, as many young teams do.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe the Sharks have 3.43 goals against per game. It is definitely in the bottom of the NHL. Now, let's take a look at that Sharks lineup. It's supposed to be brought to you by the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament. That's no longer available. You should get ready for it next year because it will come at the very same weekend. JPL, highly recommend. Shout out the town of Jasper.
But we are still selling.
Nation Vacation. I believe this week is the final week to get involved in this. I think there's only like one more double occupancy package that is available. So go to nationgear.ca. Check it right now. You probably got to run, not walk. I'm actually checking right now to see if this is still available because, as we all know, Nation Vacations, they are one hell of a time. Our pal Colton, who was in the chat, the Mangina guy, he came on last year's one. He roomed with me and Brett. We actually,
Mangina guy.
Me and Brett roomed together, and then he got the connecting room with the door. We roomed together.
Wow. Yeah.
That was a good time.
Slumber party. That's
there is double occupancy, low stock, 2 left, single occupancy, 1 left, and then of course we do have the just the experience package as well. If you want to cover your own flights, maybe use points, find your own way. Maybe you're driving down to Sin City. I did that one. Well, I didn't drive. I was like 8 years old, but I did that. We went all the way down Grand Canyon, did that.
Wow.
Shout out my dad. So I got a TV small enough that we bungee corded it in the back seat between the 2 front seats. And then you get like those like power things that goes in the cigarette lighter. It's a real outlet.
Yeah.
And I would play PS2 for like 8 hours a day while we drove.
Perfect.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable experience.
Way to family vacay. I remember in the Ford Windstar, we'd pack up the family on our annual mountain summer vacation, and it had VHS player in there. So all the hits were playing.
Those were the days. I remember when I first got because you have like portable DVD and the headphone splitter.
Mm-hmm.
That was an absolute game changer on road trips with the family. And you can split headphones with me on the Nation Vacation when we fly out to Las Vegas.
Really?
One pod at a time.
Yeah, we'll go samesies. We'll sync up our TVs at the same time so we can watch movies together.
We're syncing our systems.
Let's power through again, Brett. Thank you for that. Let's go to the Sharks.
Put a period on things.
Line up. Top line, Colin Graff with Celebrini and Will Smith. In your second line, Pavel Regenda with Alexander Wenberg and Tyler Toffoli. Third line, William Eklund with Michael Misa and Adam Gaudette. Then it's Barclay Goodrow with Zach Ostapchuk and Ryan Revo. Darnell, look out. Dmitry Orlov and John Klingberg are the top pair. Mario Ferraro and Timothy Liljegren. And then Sam Dickinson with Brett. Brett, who is that there playing third pair for the San Jose Sharks?
Vincent
Menzies, you were not here during the Vinny D time, but Brett, we've all kind of grabbed different guys. I was a Brett Kulak man. Was a Derek Ryan guy. And our boy Brett was a big fan of the Vinny D over there.
Vinny D.
Really grabbed on hard.
There's lots
Grabbed
to
on
grab.
that. Grabbed
Lots
on
to
to
grab with Vinny. So that's good.
But it's funny to look at here with John Klingberg playing top pairing minutes for the San Jose Sharks. This will be his first time coming back to Edmonton since the Stanley Cup Finals of last year. Everybody, cheer loud, cheer proud.
That was good.
I know our boy Peyton is wearing his John Klingberg jersey with pride this evening. One of very few people in Edmonton who I'm sure own that jersey.
Yeah.
But look at those numbers, man. 38 games,
Oh, yeah.
10 goals, 9 apples, 19 points. And he's averaging over 20 minutes time on ice per night. And I just think it's really funny, Brett. You'll remember to look back. The Oilers, Klingberg, maybe even Oilers Nation Klingberg love thing we had going on there because didn't start very well. The man was borderline unplayable during the regular season. And Brett, you'll remember that I famously said, quote, if John Klingberg has to play meaningful minutes for the Oilers in the playoffs, we are so fucked.
Hey.
We turned that into a clip. A lot of people agreed. But what do you know, man? We're not always
pretty
right
good.
because he stepped in and was awesome for the Edmonton Oilers. It was like he just found it. I had said for weeks, what is he going to do? Just snap his fingers and find it? He did exactly that. And then that earns him a 1-year deal with the San Jose Sharks this offseason. I think a lot of people thought like, oh, he just maybe gets shipped at the trade deadline again to a contender that might want him. Sharks are kind of a good,
They're in the Panarin
but they're in the sweepstakes as well. So, hey, give him his flowers. Once an Oiler, always an Oiler. Shout out John Klingberg.
Well, Klingberg had that, where he'd skate. He looked like he was skating on stilts at times.
It was hard to watch.
No, he didn't inspire a lot of confidence, and then he was pretty good, and so just an Oiler name of lore in the past, and double-digit goals again. He's made a habit of double-digit goals in his career, and he's, I think, still looking for the long-term contract, the one that he waited all previous summer to get and then didn't get, and Toronto signed him, and then they moved him, and they upped to $4 million.
I think he's going to probably stay waiting.
I think you're right, but maybe he just keeps getting these $4 to $5 million contracts, and
for 1 year.
Works.
And there he is, 33 years old.
Is, along with Dickinson, the only Sharks defenseman to have contracts after the season.
Hey,
or sorry, no, not Klingberg. Orlov and Dickinson.
Orlov, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Orlov and Dickinson. Otherwise, Ferraro, Liljegren, Desharnais, all the other guys I mentioned, they're all free agents.
We also got confirmation on our statement earlier. Peyton is at the game,
yes,
wearing his Klingberg jersey with pride.
Actually insane.
The guy owns so many jerseys. It's unbelievable. Every day he walks in with the
fact that he
have a Quinn Ewers Texas jersey. Like, what is that about?
The fact that he has a jersey that he sits there and goes, I have a jersey for this game, and it's a John Klingberg jersey.
Respect. Put some respect on his name. Let's go now. Bordzy's Bankroll brought to you by Bet365. 19 plus. Please play responsibly, whatever the moment. Never ordinary at Bet365. Use the promo code NATION. NATION when signing up for your account. Throw it up for me here, Bert. I'm feeling it this evening. We are going with, get this, Connor McDavid 2 points this evening is minus 150.
Sure.
That's crazy. So I decided to change it to 4+ shots, currently at minus 130. We all know McDavid just snapped into a shooter's mentality recently over the stretch, really since the beginning of December. It has tuned down a little bit, but he had 6 shots, I believe, in their last game on Monday night. Then the other guy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's now hit this in 10 games in a row. Zach Hyman, 3+ shots on goal, minus 190. You make that sound, I instantly get nervous when I say that. 10 in a row.
Just agreeing. I've been putting on my glasses here just to really
and
look,
then,
study it.
It's just a thought. It's just a theory. I think there's a lot of discussion about MACKLIN Celebrini, and hey, he's an awesome player. He's an unbelievable player. He's breaking out. I just think it deep down that the other star, when you have a guy like that come into your city and into your home, he's also a Pacific Division rival. There might be, the reason some of the best players are the best is the pride that they take in being the best. Something tells me that Leon Draisaitl might be performing out there this evening. We also talked about, are we going to ride Kasperi Kapanen first goal?
I've already bet it. Kapanen first goal at plus 2,800.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
I'm already played. Already played it. I just I don't often have a bet in for
But when he
these.
does,
But I feel like I'll put some money down for Dry. It's 13 games of the power play goal, 7 points in his last 2 games though.
all apples. So he's due.
Well, let's see if he can get a power play goal.
Bert, what of these do you like? And you got anything cooked up over there? Are you finally over the Chicago Bears yet?
No.
Fair enough.
I'm not. But I do like the Hyman shots. I don't know how to feel about Leon, but I understand where you're coming from with your logic here, but I don't know. The one that I'm comfortable with is I'm comfortable with Connor too with 4+ shots.
You don't know how you feel about Leon. So I feel love for Leon.
Yeah. Oh no. I know what I feel about Leon. And let's
we have
get
a
this straight.
Bet365 logo on the screen.
There's a reason why I am sitting.
All right, final one of folks in the chat. Play along as well. Score predictions, anytime goal scorers. Michael Menzies, take it off with you.
The total is a flat 7, which is rare in hockey betting. That the total is 7. It's rarely over.
Yeah, it is.
6.5.
Over is -105.
Yeah, so they're telling us they expect goals tonight. The rule before last game was that Menzies is here, don't expect goals, and then we had 11 goals in the last game. So what do we do here?
We probably bet the under 7. By that logic, tells me the under 7.
You take the Oilers on the spread. 4-2. It's an under, but it's a 4-2 win for the Oilers. Kapanen with the first goal. We got a Jack Roslovic goal tonight, I think.
If you parlayed Oilers -1.5 with under 7 +260, might have to sprinkle with my Casper Kapanen bet here as well.
Might have to do that. So yeah, I'm going 4-2.
Yeah, I'm going to ride with that, and I'm going to ride with Kapanen. Responsibly 19+.
Yeah.
Because whatever the moment, it's never
Not
over.
like our nearing irresponsible bet from ONAD last game when I asked you how much money, what is your maximum amount of
You
money
asked me what I was
comfortably
comfortable
bet?
with. What did I feel financially comfortable with? I said $250.
I would have said yes up to $1,000.
Holy shit.
Let's go. Let's go. You even said afterwards, you were like, we can like pull out of this a bit. And I was like, no, I'm in.
Well, because
I'm in.
I did corner you. I did put you on the spot. So
Hey, you gave me time to prepare what my number was. I sat
Yeah.
there for like 10 seconds and
that's
was like,
right.
yeah, we'll go with that. Go Pats, baby.
Sorry, I had
I have barely mentioned Drake May today, so you can all thank me very much for that. Brett,
First
score
time.
prediction, anytime goals.
I did have a joke, but I'm just going to leave it there. 5-2 Oil. I think Jake Wallman scores for the Edmonton Oilers. Before we go, we have to figure out if Menzies figured out those last 2 names.
Okay, so we were at 2002, and I've been struggling,
And
but I
2000,
know 2001 was Hemsky,
Yeah.
and I know 99 was Yanni Rita.
Okay.
But there's a really stupid name. One of them, I think, is Horkoff of 2000, 2002. Is that true? Is Horkoff one of them? No.
No.
Wow, that's the first time you heard that sound. You went like,
I had to go through
how many is that?
We went
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We went
21. I think 23. I just said this is crazy to count to
22, 23. Yeah, I think it was 23 you got in a row.
23 straight first rounders.
Yeah.
So do you know who it is?
Who was 02?
2002 was
Yessi Ninamaki.
Yeah, Yessi Ninamaki. Was that though? He hardly ever
Not
played.
Yanni Ninama.
yes.
When you read it,
Yessi
it might throw you off.
Ninamaki,
And
yeah.
2000. This one's gonna.
I don't
suck.
know who this guy is, but like,
I
I know
do.
the history of him.
Can
but
you give any? Is there any?
First round pick. Everyone thought that he was gonna come over and be a guy for this team, and he came over and just did
Was
not.
not a guy.
No,
What
it's
what
not
is
a
his
guy.
initials?
AM.
AM.
Austin Matthews.
AM 34.
Back when he had hair.
AM. AM. No, you may as well just.
Tyler Mulick has it in the chat. Alexei
Alexei
Mikhanov.
Mikhanov. Yes. And then it's Rita and 99.
We only did 2000. We
Yeah,
only went to
and
2000.
Rita.
I'll go to 1995 when I was born, and
Well, that was Kelly.
Hockey
And 94
Encyclopedia. I
is
told you, folks.
Moore and Smith.
Mulick says he was a big blind Russian idiot. Only played 2 games.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, folks, that'll do it for us. For me and my score prediction,
1-0.
3-2 for the Edmonton Oilers.
3-2.
3-2. Leon Draisaitl, anytime goal scorer. Reminder, we got the voicemail line pinned up at the top of the YouTube chat here. It will also be pinned at the top of Oilers Nation After Dark's YouTube event. Get in there. Let it rip. Love hearing your voices. Love seeing your faces, your names in this beautiful chat. Appreciate you all. Throw it on your courtesy like on the way out. Make sure you are subscribed to the Oilers
Tony
Nation
Hand
YouTube channel.
mentioned in the chat. Tony
Yeah.
Hand, the Scottish Gretzky. Seriously, that was his nickname.
Really?
He attended an Oilers training camp in the 80s. His nickname was the Scottish Gretzky.
That's
Yeah.
such a sick name to have.
He had some
That's
unreal
royalty.
numbers in the English league.
Dr. Scruffy, 6'3", Oilers, Connor Brown, 4-2 for the Oil. Veronica, who loves Connor McDavid, 5-2. Anytime goals for McD. And then Bo, 4-2. Zach Hyman keeps it rolling. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Throw in the like. Make sure you're subscribed. And we will be live for Oilers Nation After Dark at the conclusion of the game. Good luck, everybody. Talk in a couple hours.
Happy Sunday.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.